Alrighty, good Friday to you. It's August 7th, 2020. Mayor Mike Inman coming to you from Macomb City Hall with the most recent information we have from the McDonough County Health Department and the situation with the COVID-19 virus here in Macomb and McDonough County. So, a real bit of activity here, not in a positive way over the last week, or at least since we last met. We're currently at a total case count of 140. That is it's more than a 10% increase over the last time we met. That's going the wrong way. And we currently have 21 active cases in Macomb and McDonough County. So we really need to start emphasizing to you more that we have got to get ourselves together and start mitigating this more effectively than we have been. So our current positivity rating overall from day one in the pandemic is 3.89%. That's well below the 8% threshold that triggers more mitigation through the Restore Illinois plan at the state level. But this week alone, our positivity rating is 5.19%, significant increase in positivity. And again, I don't want to sound alarmist, but I do want to make everyone aware that this is not the direction we need to be going. And in spite of the fact we anticipated some level of increase going into phase 4, we're now a month and a half into phase 4, and we should have flattened whatever increase we had by now. So again, 14 additional cases since we talked last time, an overall 10% increase just in 1 week of our total case count. Thank goodness there's been no additional deaths. But I do want to emphasize we need to continue, and I'm seeing it both personally and professionally, this increased, or I guess decreased, lack of awareness and somehow complacency in not wearing masks or social distancing, and quite honestly, everyone, we need to change that trajectory. We're less than 2 weeks, or right at 2 weeks from school opening here in Macomb for the K-12 program, and also the opening of classes at Western Illinois University. We can't maintain this type of resistance to wearing face coverings and social distancing if we expect those two programs to be able to meet in person for classes. And I think that's what everybody would like to see, and I think that's what's being planned right now. When I say everybody, the majority of folks, students, parents would like to see their children in school, whether that's K-12 at Macomb schools or the other school districts here in the county, or in as much in-person activity as can be afforded through the university's plan. Both Macomb schools and the university have a hybrid attendance plan currently in place. But it's very important that we get a handle on the level of exposure in our county. Now, you're saying, well, how's this happening? Well, anecdotally, it appears that folks are going to both public and private events where social distancing and mask wearing or facial covering is not enforced, or is not encouraged, or is not even happening, and that has to change. I'm seeing all sorts of activity on social media, people posting in local businesses, no face coverings, group pictures, hugging, all those things that we really want to do, and we're social individuals. I understand that, but we really have to get back to this concept that the virus is still very much here, as evidenced by this 10% increase in confirmed cases this past week. And also people traveling to either adjoining states, or in some cases adjoining counties within Illinois that are hot spots, and then not abiding by social distancing and those mitigation tools that we all should know by now, including face coverings, or in some areas there, particularly in some of the adjoining states where the mitigation efforts aren't nearly where they are in Illinois, or where they should be. People bringing the virus back, they're getting exposed and coming back. So a total of 21 active cases here. Really want to stress the importance as we continue. And I know you're saying, hey, you sound like a broken record. But it really is our most effective tool, and we've been trying to share this with you for since the onset of the virus. And simply washing your hands social distancing and wearing of face coverings are just really vital to getting a cap or a handle on where this virus is going. Again, we don't want to be like some other states that it's exponentially increasing. One other fact I'll share with you, this past week, mainly since the middle of July, the majority of the total case count in Illinois has went up, and 40% of those cases have been in downstate Illinois. This is not at all like back in March and April where this was an urban metropolitan concern. This is affecting folks outside of those areas now, and it's very important that we try to do better. If you've got some ideas that would help the rest of the community, you should be seeing Mask Up Macomb social media content. You should be seeing very neat and cool yard signs placed around the community encouraging you to wear face coverings, as they tend to save lives. And those are grassroots efforts. We need folks to continue that and be part of that. Do the right thing here. We absolutely have to start doing the right thing and more consistently. A couple other things we want to make you aware of is that this weekend, nice weather, again, as you're out doing your activities, and we understand you're going to do that and you should do that and want to do that. Employ those social distancing, those mitigation techniques, face coverings. But there'll be activities where if you go and you feel uncomfortable, they're not doing what you feel is in your best interest, I would just encourage you to move on to the next event or wherever that takes you into a better place. So some things coming up. We talked a little bit about this last time we were together. Flu season will be here. Traditional good old flu season will be here before you know it. Would encourage you in the community that have never partaken in flu immunizations, flu vaccine, flu shots. There'll be clinics coming up and they'll be announced very soon. We'd just like to get you in the mindset that how important the traditional flu vaccine will be this year. We really would be putting in an overwhelming burden on our health system, particularly here in rural parts of the state, when we start mixing the traditional flu with COVID patients. We'll just need to do our best job to get, and there'll be information, it'll be widely spread, and it'll be an all-out campaign to encourage folks to participate in flu clinics as they become available. Would remind you that the testing tent at McDonough District Hospital, the drive-through component of that, is still available, and this is the number you can contact. There's also some hours of operation on the bottom of your screen now. They've seen significant activity there, 3,500 plus total tests have been ran through the facility since the pandemic started. So again, that's ready, it's available. You don't need any symptoms, you don't need a doctor's order. You can just simply go out there and be tested. So that, again, that information's on your screen. And then again, the event so many folks have been waiting for in the community, our citywide cleanup take-all with some caveats, begins next Monday. So we would expect folks to be setting things on their curb as early as Sunday night. Those folks next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday be your normal trash pickup days. You'll be able to put those things at curbside. And I would remind you, check out the city's website for those items that are not going to be picked up. The last thing you want to do is take the time to haul a bunch of stuff down to your curb only to find out that the waste management folks were not able to pick it up because it's not allowed to be put in the landfill. So things like paint, flammables, white goods, there are a list of those that you need to be aware of. We don't want you to set those at the curbside. Electronic products, old televisions, they cannot be picked up. So if you've got that old cathode ray tube TV up in the attic and you think this is the time to dispose of it, it won't be picked up. There's another method by which you can dispose of that. That's through the Tri-County Waste, the new facility near the former Modern Home Building, along with the Regional Council. You can take your television there, but that won't be picked up. And I'm not trying to discourage anyone. I just don't want your efforts to be in vain when you anticipate things will be picked up and they won't. The list is on the city's website and it's very readily available. Again, schools will be opening soon. It's very important that we work together to make sure our students in K through 12 and our university students are coming back to a safe place and as making it as hospitable as possible, not only from a pleasant, welcoming point of view, but so that we're not engaging in activity that promotes the spread of this COVID-19 virus. So until we meet again, thank you.